Good evening. This is Dr. Derrick P. Whitlow, the first, with Lecture 2 coming from Hebrew Fundamentals for the Oakwood University LEAP students, Religion 311, Groups 1 and 2. Today we want to cover the vowel system. Once you learn the alphabet and you learn to identify letters, the next thing we have to do is understand the vowel systems. When we put consonants and vowels together in any written language, we are able to pronounce words. So let's go right into it. By a quick review, we'll go take a few minutes just to go back over the alphabets. And I also want to introduce you to the Bigad Kafat letters as well. All right, if we go to the whiteboard, let's go to the letters. Again, to make sure that you have the alphabet down, we have Aleph, we have Bet, we have Gimel, we have Dalet, we have Hey. We have Vav, Het, Tet, Yod. We have Kaf and final Kaf. We have Lamed, we have Mem and final Mem. We have Noon and final Noon. We have Samek, Ayin, Pay and final Pay. We have Sadeh and final Sadeh. We have Kof, Resh, Sin with the dot over the left, Shin with the dot over the right, and we have Tav. So now you see, and you should be able to identify the alphabet. Now let's go to the Bigat Kafat letters. All right, the Bigat Kafat letters involve specific letters of the Hebrew alphabet used with a Dagesh Lin. A Dagesh Lin is a dot in the middle of these particular Bigat Kafat letters. Now, why do we call them Bigat Kafat letters? Number one, Bigat Kafat letters produce stops when we pronounce, and they also produce spirals when we pronounce. Now, in traditional Hebrew, stops usually focus a specific sound on a letter as you pause before you pronounce the other letters of the Hebrew word. A spiral kind of blends that same letter into the other sounds of the letters in that particular Hebrew word. Now, a Dagesh Lin is a dot. It is a dot in the middle of a letter. Now, let's talk about the Bigat Kafat letters real quickly. It is exactly what it says, Bigat. So the first letter is a Bet, right? Then we have a Gimel. Then we have Dalet, that's Bigat. So if I put the E between the B and the G, I get Bigad. And then if I have the D, I put an A between it. So it is a Bet, a Gimel, and then we have a Dalet. Then we have a Kaf, we have a Pay, and we have a Tav. Those are the Bigat Kafat letters. But when they have a dot in the middle, this is pronounced as a hard sound. It is Bet. This is Gimel, Gimel. This is Dalet, Dalet. Then we have Pay. We also have Tav, and we have what? Kof. All right, Kof, Kof. So we have Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Kof, Pay, and Tav. So we have B, G, D, K, P, and T. That's in the traditional Hebrew sounds. Those are guttural stops. So when we pronounce them, they have weak signs. That's what the Dagesh Lin, the dot is. And it often indicates a doubling of the alphabet that we're using. A good example of that would be if I have a resh with the dot in it, or a shin with the dot in it, I should say, that would be what? A double S. If I have a gimel with a dot in it, it would double what? The sound. But it would have a weak sound, wouldn't it? But if I use spirals, and we use spirals in Sephardic, instead of a B sound, Bet, it would be V, as in V, right? And we also have Gimel, which would still be a G, and Dalet would be what? A D. Then we have cough, which is still the K. We have what? The pay would not be pronounced as a P with the spiral. It would be pronounced as an F. It would have the F sound. F, f. And then we have T, which still would be pronounced as a T. So these are the begot kafat letters in Hebrew. It has to do with how rough pronunciations and soft pronunciations and the doubling of alphabets in terms of weak vowel sounds, or what we would call phonetic sounds. Now let's go immediately to our vowels, our Hebrew vowels. All right, we have a A-class vowel, and the A-class vowel usually has a line under it. And see, we're going to take a letter of the Hebrew alphabet, the bet, right, with the dagesh lin, right, which it gives a hard bet sound. But if I put this line under it, that line represents patah, as in car, ah. So that would be ba. So that would have a bet, and it would have a patah under it, making it ba. Here we also have a bet, and we have a symbol of a T. That also is a kwamez, as in car. So that also is ba. So I can have a bet with a line under it, which is a patah, which makes the ba sound. And I can have a T under it, a komez, which makes what? The ah sound. So that would also be ba. Those are the A-class vowels. Then I also have I-class vowels, right? And that is a sego. It has 3 dots in a triangular form upside down. So that would be be, as in met, be. Okay? I also have the 2 dots, which is a sere, as in they. It makes the S sound. So that is a be. And then also I have an I, right? Which is a herek, as in unique. So that would be be. So I have be, and be. That's the I-class vowels. Then I have the U-class vowels, right? It is a kwamez hatuf, as in oaf. So that would be bo, right? And then I have bu, quibus. Those are 3 dots in a line there, 3 dots. So that would be bu, as in rule, bu. And then I have bo, where I have a dot over the front portion of that bet, and that's bo. That's a holam, as in roll. So I have ba, I have bu, and I have bo. So we have the A-class, the I-class, and the U-class. All right? And then we also have one final long vowels. Those were the short vowels, but we have the long vowels, and they're called the matrix lexiconus with long vowels. We have the yod as a meter. That's the Latin word as a consonant. And then we have the vav, right? And we also have an hey, where it's not touching. So if we look at the long I-class vowels, we have a herek yod. You see the yod, and we have a dot. And above that line, you would actually have the consonant. So that is a herek yod. So if I still use the bet, that would be B or by. All right. I also have the sego yod. I have a yod and I have a sego, right? And that would also represent I, right? That would be bay, yay. All right. So that would be what? Bay. You see it? Be. I should say a sere, a sego. It would be be. And then I have a yod and I have a sere, and that would be be. I'm sorry, be. All right, be, be. And then I have a what? A U-class vowel, which is a holum vav. Notice the vav is also translated with wav, but it's really vav. And that would be a vav with a dot over it, which would make the long oo sound, right? And also I have a sarek. and that would be a dot in front of the valve, which would give me the U sound, the U sound. So that would be boo and boo, okay? So again, we have long vowels, as you can see with the matrix lexiconus, and we also have the short vowels, as you can see, with the pata, the quames, the sego, the sere, the herek, and then we have the U vowels, which is the what? Quames hatuf, the quiblis, and the holum. But when I get to the long vowels, I'm going to combine each of these with these vowels, which are the yod, the consonant yod, and also the vav and the hey. And so I'm going to have a yod with the herek, I'm going to have a yod with the sego, and I'm going to have a yod with the sere. And the O sound would have a dot over the valve, and the U sound would have a dot right inside of the valve next to it. So there you have your long and short vowels in your Hebrew alphabet, coming from your Hebrew alphabet. So when I take the letters of the alphabet and I combined it with the vowels, now I can formulate words. Okay, I can formulate words. Now your assignment will also be to begin reading pages 6 to page 20. And you will be able to see and do the exercises in Jay Winegreen's book, which is a practical grammar for classical Hebrew. So if you will read those pages 6 through page 20, and if you go from 1 to 6, pages 1 to 6, that will also give you more practice with identifying the Hebrew alphabet. Until our next lecture, this concludes lecture 2. God bless and study hard.